Capricorn, hey, I'm here to drop in with you and dive into your mirrored moon read, where we're looking at the energies that got kicked off with the full moon that you hosted in your sign on June 21st and will culminate on July 21st, also in your sign. So you're probably really feeling these energies at this time. This read is for any significant Capricorn placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the 10th house. Also, if you happen to be a Cancer rising, that makes you a Capricorn Descendant, and so you can find a lot of resonance with this read. I did get an initial download in for you. We are down to still that damselfly hanging out, keeping an eye on things. I do feel like you do have somebody keeping an eye on you. I got something about they're watching your progress, something that you're cultivating, something that you're developing. It could be a special talent that's awakening in you. This could even be somebody who's like just giving you the space to sort of shine and come into your gifts in your own right. It could very well have ancestor energy around it, I have to say, because I did see a cardinal come out for you and then it went and kind of hid in the bushes. So it's sort of like it gives me those vibes of somebody who maybe, really just wants to see you step into the empowerment of bringing your gifts forward, sharing your gifts. They want to see that joy, that sweetness awakening in you when you're really empowered and doing what you're here and meant to do. But they really want to kind of like stay back, all right? It does have like a lot of blessing energy around it right now. And where there was a web on the periphery, it's still there, but more and more the energy that was caught up there is clearing out. So I do feel like you recently cleared a lot of sort of heavy energy from your environment. You might have been very mindful about who you were choosing to spend your time with or things you were choosing to put your focus or your awareness on. This has kind of created more like breathing room, more space. And I got this feeling that as you've stepped into this, it's also cleared the cobwebs in your consciousness. There's something that is really coming through here for you. It's coming through as an empowerment and also just this growth that's coming about through you that is being witnessed and having respectful space held around it. I also got this message of just passing through. Okay, so I feel like somebody is just passing through. They're going to be in your area or something. This person wants to link up with you. It's something really unexpected, but it brings some kind of gift with it. All right, and this is just what wanted to come in. It could be the start of quite an adventure because I did get pulled to use the tarot of the divine for your read. So I do feel like there's some kind of divine timing kicking off here. There's something synchronistic happening. And this particular tarot uses imagery from fairy tales from all over the world. So there's something here that makes you realize the interconnectedness of things. It makes the world a little bit smaller for you when this person crosses your path. Ooh, and with that, there's two that came together, two birds, and they just flew to the south. Okay, so this creates some kind of major transformation in your life. This is what's coming in. Let's check this out. Let's see what this is about. What is coming in for Capricorn during this lunar cycle? We got a lot of action going on. We do have Jupiter in Gemini that's going to be here all the way until next June. Okay, so a long stint with that. We've got Mercury in Gemini, a lot coming in around communication, especially partnership energies. I am feeling this partnering energy around you and a special meetup. Somebody's just passing through. So let's check it out and see what this is about. Ooh, interesting. So 9 of coins in reverse. You may feel like you're working really hard, but you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor. This could be somebody that is passing through that is going to turn that around for you. Maybe partner with you on something that will actually open up an avenue of growth for you. There could be something that you're just sort of like needing to get the ropes on. You know what I mean? You have to learn the ropes of a certain area of interest. I feel like it's an area of interest, something that's really piqued your interest, and maybe you have some ideas for what you want to develop there. but you're kind of like stuck in between a rock and hard place. I feel like you're in this process of having to, you know, keep your nose to the grindstone in one regard, because you're having to deal with practicalities and the everyday things, you know, paying the rent, paying the bills. You might have a job that you're currently in that feels a little confining to you. You're wanting to branch out in a new direction. I do feel like you need to learn the ropes of whatever this is. And there's somebody who's passing through, and they're going to give you a little tip, okay? A little insight, a little key that opens up a certain door of opportunity. Okay, it could be you're actually receiving a key that opens up something interesting. Interesting, okay? With that, there's a card that flew out there, so this might have something to do with the door. Look at this. It is some new beginning, and isn't that interesting? That first card that came out for you, the Nine of Pentacles, it was in reverse, but it still had this like bull imagery, and somebody's coming in to give something that's going to offer some support that can actually get you to this place where you are receiving something that's really fulfilling for you. This is a brand new beginning for you. I also feel like this could be a beautiful partnering of energies, whoever this is with. Yeah, whatever they're bringing in here is going to turn around this energy you got going on right here. You have this worry about security. There's a concern about how am I going to provide for my future, and also wanting to have a way to provide for your future that's not just drudgery, but something that actually really inspires you. There's something that's been incubating here, okay? I do feel like with this, you are going through an initiation for sure. I see that. And also with this vulture energy, it does signal that your rebirth is imminent. It's coming soon, okay? Because it's in reverse. So this time of you having to always be so careful. I feel it's about being careful in your steps. I think this time is coming to an end. You're going to be able to have a lot easier movement going forward. There's some major obstacle that's moving out of your way. It also involves something that's waking up within you, okay? Something that gives you the courage to take unnecessary risks to align with this path of your heart. Give me more details about this for Capricorn. What is coming in here for Capricorn? What is coming in here for Capricorn, Spirit? What does Capricorn need to know about this? So I do feel like you had a major ending in your life. It may have even been something that was like a foundational source of security for you for quite some time, but it came to a close, and you sort of been, ooh, okay, don't give away your hand yet, Capricorn. There was something that was going on there where you needed to go into an incubation period. I feel like you're in the process of becoming who you were always born to be. Maybe this situation that came to a close in your life was sort of stunting your growth in some way, or had you really in a place of limitation. It might have been holding you back more than you realized. You may have had to adjust to some major change in your life, and that meant that you had to take something on that maybe it wasn't really aligned with your heart's desires, but it was practical. Yes. And now there's something deeper that's awakening within you with the high priestess here. There's your magic is awakening. And when I'm speaking of this magic, I mean your ability to manifest your new beginning. You're sensing this undercurrent of change. And I feel like you're moving through this right now. Something here got cast aside. Oh, I love this. You're casting aside the Three of Swords. You're casting aside this feeling of being wounded. And it could be that there was some heartache that you had to process here. There was a particular wound that you needed to go into the center of. But I feel like what you pulled out of that was this gift that's awakening in you. That whatever jewel you plucked out of that place of pain within you, it's also giving you some kind of clue about work to be done in the future. Right. So it could be that you're bringing some kind of healing aspect to the work that you want to do, or some kind of metaphysical aspect, some kind of spiritual aspect to the work you want to do, a creative component to the work you want to do, but it's something that feels more like this is in alignment with my purpose. This is my mission. It's got that kind of vibe to it, okay? And I think you're trusting your intuition about this. You could be connecting with a Pisces. It's possible. Right behind this, we do have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Look at this dynamic duo. Talk about a partnership here. Okay, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody is coming in here to light your fire, 11:11 on the clock. There's something about this partnership that really lights the way forward. I feel it sparks your passion as well. There's a lot of transformation that comes from this teaming of efforts here. It also helps you move out of this time of sort of dealing with what had to come to a close. We have the Eight of Cups here with the World, and there's something beautiful that blooms from the coming together of these two paths intersecting. And I feel like right now they're preparing to intersect. That's what I feel. Somebody's just passing through, all right? It's got this vibe of like a to be continued kind of situation where somebody's just passing through, but it's just what you need to get a particular fire lit within you that will actually give you the courage to take the risks you need to take. And it's interesting because just as I said that, there was a bird that flew from the west to the east. Okay, so bringing in the directions for a reason, it could give you some clues about what you may be dealing with, who you could be dealing with. And this could have something to do with where this person is traveling from as well. And you can flip it up however you need to. Maybe your paths originally crossed with this person at one time when you were heading east, you know, from the west, or vice versa, all right? I feel like there's some important connection. You already have familiarity with this person. And I don't think that you've been in touch, okay? But there's something major that's been coming to a close. I feel like perhaps you're more in tandem than you realize. Perhaps you both have been going through some kind of major endings in your life. You're going through your own gateways of initiation. And this is just like a little seed of hope, I think, for your future, the way this is coming in. You might have wondered how come you didn't have any further connection, communication with this individual. Something about it felt like a mystery to you. And yet you feel something intuitively. It's like a deeper undercurrent running through your storyline here. And I think it's going to be confirmed for you, right? It will be confirmed for you. What do we got covering here? Yes. Okay, I do feel like you have been journeying on your own here. You've been walking your spiritual path. You've been very focused on your North Node. You've been doing the work necessary to heal, to close up old cycles. You really want to transform the hand of fate you got dealt into the stuff of destiny. I see that with that white stag there. It's also known as the white heart. Okay, so it's a beautiful blessing imagery, the white heart. It's all about coming into alignment with your true destiny, and it's a gift. It's a blessing from spirit. And that message is further echoed with the cardinal that came in for you, because often cardinal comes in to let you know that your ancestors are around you. You have guidance coming in from those who have already left this earthly realm, and their spirit, their essence, their soul is still around you, within you. You know, the bones sing through us. And I do feel like there's also something very like ancient that's awakening in you. And you could have some kind of connection to Welsh ancestry, Gaelic ancestry. This is sort of that tradition that story of the white heart comes through. And I think you've been okay just sort of hanging out on your own here. I think you've been doing that deep dive. You've been integrating your past and balancing out your karma. And you're getting a different view of the world, and you're getting a different view of yourself. And I think that's awakened within you potentials for your future that perhaps you couldn't see before. And there's something beautiful coming into alignment for you here, I have to say. Something really beautiful. So I feel like while you may be on your own right now, not for long, you're about to find the pathway out of the woods, and it's going to be guided. You might even be coming into contact with a new guide, with a new spirit guide. Okay, could come in the form of the white heart. Right, so be on the lookout for this. I do feel like that stag medicine is coming through for you. So I encourage you to do the research about that totem. I think it's always so much more beneficial when we really research the totems. Then it ensures that those who are really meant to align with the medicine do. Because those who don't really desire to have the responsibility of holding the medicine, they won't do the follow-up work. They won't go and research stag and find out what that totem is communicating to them. So I don't know. I have a feeling that you Capricorns will, though. I think this is a very significant time for you. You'll notice the rose bushes here, okay? They're just buds right now, but I feel like you're about to take the risk to come into that bloom. It does imply a little bit of vulnerability. It's something you've been nurturing during this time through the dark. It reveals a certain side of you. It shares a gift that you have. And this is, sort of like really letting yourself be seen in your essence, really allowing yourself to sort of step to the front and have your place to shine. Maybe you've always played more of a supporting role, and now it's time for you to really embrace the gifts that you have to share and what you have to convey to the world. It's time for you to have a platform to do that. Okay. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces has come up a couple of times now. Okay, let me do one more shuffle with these cards, and then I'm going to pull out another deck after we do a cut here of the deck and just get some more messages for you. What does Capricorn need to know about this energy coming in for them in this lunar cycle? Okay, we didn't want to bring anything else out there, so let's just do a cut and just kind of get some highlighting energy here. Look, we got the Magician. So yes, I feel like you've been doing your chores, you've been ready to go to the ball. You want to see a different side of life. You really want to tap into the magic of life. You want to feel a sense of wonder, possibility, enthusiasm. And I do feel like this is awakening in you. And again, a lot of you are really waking up to your personal magic. I feel like you got a lot of ability to manifest at this time. So you really want to be mindful of what you're calling in, because I do feel like you're at this activation point. Okay. And I do feel like this energy that's just passing through, they are there to help you weave that magic into your life. They're there to sort of like wake up this dormant part of you. This person could be seen as sort of like a fairy godmother kind of energy. You may be working with the fairy godmother of fairy. You may be actually even desiring to do a little fairy godmothering. I've talked about that here on the channel. And that's when you weave your magic through life by leaving unexpected messages of hope or little surprise gifts, just acts of kindness, random acts of kindness and beauty that you leave for people without taking any credit. So it gives people an opportunity to just experience the wonder of life again. And I feel like perhaps you played this role for a lot of others, and I feel like now you're getting to the other side of that as well, where this is being returned to you. And it's in the form of this visitor on your path that comes in. And again, on the split, Ace of Cups. Okay, this is a brand new beginning that's coming in here. It's time for you to be poured into. And I think you're going to be maintaining this balance as well. There's something about your connection and this coming together that your energies together weave a very special magic, and it's every bit connected to your north node. It's something that is going to be brought into being specifically through this connection. All right, that sounds very interesting, Capricorn. Let's get some more details, okay? What do I want to pull out for you? I think I want to pull out the angels because it feels like you have a lot of synchronicity coming in here. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. I do feel you had some troublemakers around you, but like I said, I think you really cleared out that energy. Some of you did a real good sweeping of the energy in your home. You opened up the windows, you opened up the doors, you just cleared all that energy out. You may want to do just like one final, like good sweep through of the energy and really setting your intention. I think it sort of sets the stage for what's to come. But I do feel like where you've had problems with interference or just people, it feels like troublemaker energy, just bringing hassles into your life or maybe making things more difficult than they needed to be. This energy is clearing out here. And perhaps this individual that's crossing your path, maybe they had to get through some mischief makers in order to be able to make their way to you. Okay, so this looks like things are coming into alignment where you were dealing just with like one little annoying glitch after another. That time in your life is coming to an end. So let's see what comes in here for you now. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting a tower here with Uriel in reverse. Okay, somebody else is getting this tower. So, yeah, and it's possible with the moon behind this. Okay, this could have been, and the magician behind that. Okay, this could be in relation for some of you to somebody who was doing a little moon magic. Okay, the energy is kind of swinging back around. You could have been dealing with a Pisces that came up quite a bit. You could have been dealing with a particular magician. Maybe this sort of just fell away from you because you've done a lot of fairy godmothering. Like you got a good spirit team sort of warding you from any of this kind of mischief. This could be connected to an Aquarius or an Aries. It's possible. It could have been something that was trying to, in some way, prevent you from seeing your full potential that's there in terms of who you're here to be, what you're meant to activate in your life. It could be somebody that had trouble seeing you step into a certain kind of empowerment. They might have felt a little bit of enviousness around this, I have to say, okay? Maybe somebody's really like recognizing your growth, and in some way it sparked a little bit of insecurity in them. This could have been somebody who might have even had some not so nice things to say, or just were trying to point out anything they could to cast you in a certain light, maybe trying to point out what they perceive as shortcomings or faults. It's got those kind of vibes, but I feel like whatever happened here, whatever kind of illusion was cast, whether somebody was working with the cycles of the moon or whether somebody was in the process of just sort of sowing seeds of dissension or just trying to put a certain spin on who you are, what you're here to do, what you represent. This confusion, this illusion, this glamour is clearing out. I also feel with this tower in reverse, you may have done a little benevolent manifesting or vigil work or something for somebody has been dealing with a lot of challenges. And you said, you know what? Let me help this person out. I'm going to help take some of that burden. I'm going to help them clear out this energy that's been coming up against them. And I have to say that by you doing that, it's like you're getting some kind of sweet reward. It's like, you really are understanding the proper way to use power, to hold power, and that power is best used when it is in service to the collective, when it's in service to a greater vision than just our own, and understanding that any way that you contribute to any kind of unity or peace or healing, this is what really helps balance things out. You may have even been aware of some people that were causing difficulties for you, and instead of directing negativity their way, maybe you were sending up prayers for them. Maybe you were asking for them to feel supported in their healing process so that they could come to certain realizations that would set them free from having to act out in this way. All right. I do feel like you did like some kind of good deed in regard to this. All right. And yeah, look at this. It was like an offering. It did balance something out here, and it does help you avoid a particular tower. I also feel like it cleared the way for you to sync up with this individual who's going to be just passing through. But like I said, it's a to be continued moment, okay? A to be continued moment. All right, any more details about this? Any more details about this for Capricorn angels? What other guidance do you have for Capricorn about this? I want to know more about this just passing through message and this individual that they're syncing up with. Oh, yes. Okay, so some conflict has been quelled. There was a lot that was sort of like in the way, a lot of obstacles in the way to this coming through, but now it's time. Okay, look, it really looks like Sagittarian energy there. We also have really strong Aries energy has been coming through in your read. To me, it's also talking about the activation of that North Node, strong Aquarian energy as well, really moving into this time of expansion. It's possible as well you could be dealing with a Leo rising. And it was 27:22 on the clock when I said that. So you could be dealing with a Virgo as well, I have to say. There's some building block here about this meeting for your future. It's going to activate your will. So I feel like you've needed this. Like maybe you've been feeling like, ugh, is this drudgery ever going to be over? I mean, it does have those vibes. Like Cinderella just wants to go to the ball and she's just stuck doing the chores and watching everybody else get their time in the sun. And you're kind of like, when is it my time? Like, I'm ready for my turn too. And I do see that this is coming in for you. This meetup is what's going to really like, it's going to ignite your fire. It's going to give you the will and the motivation to focus instead on where you're heading, instead of what your current circumstances might be that might feel a little bit menial or a little bit boring or a little bit heavy to you right now, or too routine. This does shake up your routine in the best way, and it gives you just what you need to activate this new chapter in your life. I also feel that where you think that things are really difficult or you don't know how you're going to make something happen, this comes in as assistance to get things moving forward with a lot more ease. And in fact, it gets a lot of what was blocking the way, causing problems, you know, causing traffic jams out of the way, and it opens your road, okay? I do feel like this person is able to really highlight a particular truth for you too. They may have not spoken this truth to you up to this point. And see, they got that like spear of blue there, but this is in reverse, okay? So they've wanted to do this for a while. It may be something that they recognize about your connection or some kind of potential that they see in you. They couldn't bring this forward at the time, but they're just about to be able to come into alignment to share this with you. And I do feel like whether you know it or not, just like that damselfly out there, they have been keeping an eye on things. They have been keeping an eye on you. They may have also been keeping an eye on somebody that they knew was a little too fixated for you on you. And I don't know why I got this energy right here, but this almost reminds me of like a wanted poster. Like maybe they knew. It's even the way they're kind of like masked up, you know, it's got those vibes of somebody wanting to come in and sort of move real like stealth and get some things out of the way that are tripping you up. And this may be things that they point out to you, like things that you're not recognizing within yourself, certain strengths, certain gifts you have. This person recognizes this to you and they really want to reveal the magic you hold. You know, maybe it's even in the way that you affected them, you know, something they've gotten from their time that they've spent with you. Right? So I do feel this energy coming in, air sign energy there, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Aquarius energy really strong in this read. Also, I have to say Leo rising because Leo risings would be Aquarius descendant. So that's possible. Really strong Aries coming through. We've had some Sagittarius indications. Okay. Let me do a cut of the deck, see what we got here. Ace of Cups. I can't make it up. Look at this. All right. There's some kind of musing energy being activated here. There's a little divine intervention happening here. There's this meetup that reminds you that, yeah, new beginnings are possible. Fulfillment is possible. Love is possible. You know, this is going to have such a rejuvenating effect on your life. And it's going to make you feel like, you know what, I can keep going. I can endure, because I think that's what you've really needed. You know, you've needed this bright spot on your horizon of something that makes you feel like, you know, there is that going off into the sunset. If at least for the closing of one chapter and the opening of a new one that brings a new sense of promise for fulfillment. I feel that this is what you've been needing. I mean, we all need that, right? We all need that North Star that we can look to, something that makes us feel like we do have a destination. We have somewhere we're moving toward, and we know what that is. And it's awakening something inside of us that's really giving us that feeling of investment and the ability to go down that road, even if there are challenges, or even if it takes time to get there, or even if there's chores to take care of along the way. There's something here that's letting you know that there is something that's been earmarked for you. It's a beautiful sign of hope coming through for you. And maybe that's what you've been really needing. You might have sent up some prayers around this. Again, Leo energy, could be dealing with a Leo rising. That just came in so strong. I feel like you've been waiting for an answered prayer. It might have been a prayer. Ooh, whoa, look at that. Spider. Okay, so there's some kind of web weaving happening here. Something you put into motion a long time ago is really getting ready to reach out, expand your network. You're about to have a lot of growth here. You may have felt like this prayer was never going to be answered. You feel like you've been waiting forever for something to develop here. This could have its roots in the past. I feel like you had some wish and then you kind of just like gave up on it. You've been waiting around for the timing to sync up. Maybe this person had to take care of something that would get things synced up in just the right way. It was 33:44 on the clock when I said that. So I'd say yes. There's help on hand here. Something's being orchestrated here, and there's a lot of synchronicity around it. And the timing had to be just right. And you'll understand that when your paths cross, all right? And yes, this person has been helping to unravel, you know, some untruths that were spoken in regard to you. Like somebody told your story for you. And this is something that's been cleared up here. Something has been straightened out here that has made this possible. It could be this individual was caught up in this and this was creating blockages. It could be you've been caught up in this. I do feel like you've cleared out some energy from your path. It was holding things up. It was 34:33 on the clock. So that's, you know, 7:33. This is definitely something that brings a little bit of that kismet energy into your life. I like it. Okay. This feels really, really good. I like what's coming in here for you, Capricorn. I want to pull in this infinite tarot here just to see what elements you should work with. Look at this. We got King of Earth, dog energy. Okay. So you could be dealing with somebody who was born in the year of the dog. You could be dealing with somebody that has a strong earth sign placement. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Virgo came up, you know, a few times, so it's possible it's Virgo. I also feel like this is somebody who's here to help. And they're here to help you grow something that roots in material reality. All right, so let's check it out. Let's see what's coming in here. This is somebody loyal on the path, and maybe you dealt with a lot of disloyalty. And you just needed to know that you had somebody in your corner, somebody who was there with you. And I think this is a beautiful connection that makes you feel like something out there is listening, okay? This is good energy. You do have a loyal ally here. It feels like somebody who's joining you on the path as a compadre. And together you make something special happen. All right, so let's check this out. Let's see what comes in here. I just got this person may have wanted to give you some space too. Maybe they felt like you needed some space. I just heard they have trust in your connection. Look at this. 6 of Water, fantasy. Okay? There's something that's being dreamed into being here. Okay? Something that maybe at one time to you seemed like just fantasy, or there's no way that this can really happen. I feel like it's getting rooted in material reality. And it's coming in through this soulmate connection. Okay? You're meant to meet up with this person. This person is a very loyal character coming in to join you on this next leg of the journey. All right. Give me more details for Capricorn in regard to this, please. Give me more details for Capricorn. They can understand how to really get the most out of this. Just flipped up here in the middle. Ooh, a couple cards did. What do we got? Ooh. You got a lot of this kind of Sagittarian, like alchemical energy coming in, and just then had a dove fly by. 2 doves. 2 doves flying together from the south to the north. Okay. So you both have gone through some kind of transformation in your lives. I think when you catch up, you'll realize this. And it's this transformation that was really key to opening up this road and this door of opportunity. Ooh, look at it. And the angels are all over that. I didn't even see that. Okay, so we do have angels here orchestrating this. A lot of synchronicity around this. We got 3 of fire and we have water family here. Okay, so it makes me think of that balancing of water and fire. It makes me also think of the cauldron of Dagda. It's like once that spear of Lu is finally used, it activates that cauldron of Dagda. There could be something that's deeply healing here. Ooh, and I never noticed this before. Water spirit. Okay, so the spirit of the water really wants to connect with you right now. But look at, there's that star. So it's like the nurturing coming in. Big Aquarian vibes there with that, okay? This could be somebody with a really strong Aquarian placement. Whatever this is, this individual not only opens up the road, but they actually create a certain flow that gets things moving along with greater ease, where it's almost like the current then just carries you. It's like an ignition point. Your coming together is the ignition point that like blazes the trail. I love that, the way that's coming in with the light. It's the light building element on your path, that it's the point where instead of holding it within like that hermit energy where you're just sort of letting your little inner light shine the way through the dark, this person's been doing the same thing. But when your inner lights come together, it creates this like torch that lights up the way ahead, and it blazes a trail. And from there, it's just like this effortless flow. It's a harmonization of energies, and it's really giving me big temperance vibes, especially with the angel coming in harmony of that with the fire and the water. It does evoke the image of temperance. So there's a special kind of magic that your energy creates when it comes together. I heard Wonder Twin powers activate. Okay, could be a Gemini. Okay, there could be a Gemini in play here. I also feel like it's the way that you two convey things, the way that you bridge certain communication gaps. It's the way that you're able to maybe share a message. There's some kind of message maybe that you're meant to come together to share. You link up, and it's like this creative spark that brings something that you're supposed to share with like the greater world, with the collective. This could be anything you're creating together. But this is just the initiation point. I really got that. Okay. This is only the beginning of this connection and its potential. And it's just passing through right now. Right? Yes. Look at this Earth family. You do have a little tricky energy here. Okay. That is still kind of hanging out. And this is a little bit of a test to fully open up the road as well with coyote medicine. And when we look at coyote medicine, it is really about recognizing the ways that we trick ourselves, the ways that we trip ourselves up. Do you see the directions here? See, you want to get that arrow pointing straight toward that moon there. That's your moon. That's that Capricorn full moon that's coming in on July 21st. So I feel like you got a little tricky terrain to navigate here to get your inner compass aligned and for your stars to align with this individual as well. And there's some kind of medicine that you're rewarded that comes through this. There's some kind of gift that you're rewarded that comes through this. It's a little bit of a test from one of your spirit guides. You might even be coming into alignment with a teacher that is guiding you in maybe something along these lines, maybe a more earth-based spirituality, maybe teaching you some, shamanistic practices, principles. Okay, there's something about more earth-based, connecting with the spirit of the earth allows things to really get activated and grow for you. You could be learning something from an elder. You could be learning something within the native tradition as well. You could be learning about the medicine wheel. You might want to go on some kind of quest, a quest in nature, seeking a vision. You could see that too. But I do feel like there is like a little testing period to fully open up this road, but you're almost there. And I feel like when this individual crosses your path, there's something that comes in here, right? It's a very personal test for you, but when you pass this test, it grants you some special medicine. It gains you the right to carry a certain medicine, and you'll know what that medicine is for you. Look at this. It's a gift. It's a gift from Father Sky. Look at that. And all you have to do is trust your inner GPS, okay? Your ESP. This is awakening in you, and this is what will help you resolve that matter of getting directionally aligned here, okay? And I do feel it has something to do with your stars aligning with this person that puts you on lock to your north node. I mean, this is really beautiful energy, Capricorn, I have to say. I dig it. I hope you dig it. Let's go ahead and pull you out an overarching theme card. What do we want for you? I don't want the Halloween oracle for you. I feel like you're moving out of that time. You're moving into a light building phase. So let me get this Sacred Rebels oracle for you, because you have so much Aquarian energy come in. You also have Pluto moving retrograde through your sign right now too, okay? So you're not out of the tricky terrain yet. And we do have to be aware that with this mirrored moon energy and also with what's going on with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn does require that we do our chores. It's like pull your boots up, get to work, do what needs to be done. But I feel like you're being given a reward. You're being given a reward in the form of a spiritual gift. It feels like it's something in relation to a vision that's hatched or some kind of activation of your ability to channel or to have some kind of clair awaken in you, or even deepen in you, or there's some profound message that comes in for you that's meant to be expressed. It's meant to be shared creatively, perhaps with this person that's coming in on your path. Okay, and when this comes in, you're really going to see the perfection of the design of your life. This could be a life path number 3 coming in. This is also a blending of energies. This is everything in harmony, mind, body, spirit. And it comes with gifts that are spiritual gifts that you can't see right now. There could be benefit for you in spending some time in the woods, or spending some time with the trees. There may be some kind of vision that comes in for you around this. The woods could be connected in some way. The woods also symbolize the subconscious terrain, right? So I do feel like there's something that is awakening in you from the subconscious. To me, it doesn't feel like the boogeyman, you know? It feels like it's something that you've repressed within you that's a gift. And that repression could have come about through, you know, some outside authority told you that there was something wrong with you, you know, sharing this gift, or it could have been some way that you felt too shy, or it felt too vulnerable to share this part of you. But I feel like whatever this gift is, you're retrieving it, you know, and it's not going to be hidden anymore. And I think this person sees this gift in you. I do. There's something about your connection. This person sees this gift in you. And this person in no way, shape, or form feels intimidated by this gift. It's more like your gift also makes them aware of the gift that they hold, and the blessing that comes when you bring these gifts together. Ooh, I like that. I got a lot of sentience around that for you. Okay, let's see what's coming in here with the Sacred Rebels overarching theme for Capricorn as they move through this transformational period of this lunar cycle, culminate on July 21st with the full moon in their sign. Big initiation time for you. You're just about there. You're about at the midway point. You're almost across the bridge. Do be aware of the trolls that will try to exact a toll that's not yours to pay. That just came in. Okay. You're not meant to be caught up anymore. You might have one that does try to exert their influence, though, I have to say. One last attempt. I don't think that they're going to be able to get that past you, though, okay? As long as you trust your inner radar, you'll be just fine. Yeah, look at this. 24, okay? Life path 6, life path 2, life path 4 coming in. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Okay, your transformation is assured. You've been in the cocoon, but I feel like you're at this point where you're getting your wings, okay? You're earning your wings, and there is growth here. It's beautiful. So this new beginning is assured for you. You're right on the precipice of it, all right? Right on the precipice of it. Keep going, okay? Keep going, and don't let anybody trip you up by getting you to go in a direction that isn't for you. Now, this could come in as well as a trickster who's just breezing through as well, okay? But even so, it doesn't change the heart of the message. Like, you're meant to meet up with this person. Whatever comes through here, okay, it puts you on the right track with your North Node. It is a fated meeting, okay? And it does ignite magic in you. I got, it can be a little dualistic for some of you. This is why you're going to have to trust your intuition. And perhaps this is a test of the medicine that's awakening in you. Do you trust your intuition? Yes. It's linking you up with your Akashic records, I have to say. Look at this. Shock of the new. Again, life path number 6. Your purpose is being activated here. And it's something that is in alignment with your heart, and it carries its own frequency. You share this frequency with another. The message is the same. This could have something to do with music, with sharing your voice in some way, creating something that has far-reaching impact. It starts out as something small and it grows into something big. And it says right here, beyond the mind, the heart beats. Like, this is something that's meant to activate within you. This is what you were born to do, right? There's some new beginning here that's ready to hatch. Robin's eggs. Robin. Robin could be connected to this. It's possible. Okay. There's also this sense of finding that place where you belong. There's gears here. There's wheels here. There's movement here. But I do feel, look at this. This is interesting. There's a little hermit crab here too. The hermit. Isn't that interesting? You could be dealing with a Virgo. All right. There could be a Virgo coming in here too. I do feel like, and I have to say, with that energy that came in around the trickster, it was Earth Sun. Okay. So you do need to be mindful that something has to end. Do you see the skull here? For this to be activated. Your path is meant to intertwine with another. Whoever's just breezing through here, it's important, okay? It's significant. It's a directional reroute. And there is something a little bit of a test around it, a little tricky. But I don't think you're going to go astray if you just really trust your intuition on this. It will light the way through. And ultimately, it is an answered prayer, and it brings you into alignment with one that you're meant to come into alignment with. That just said yes on that, okay? And something beautiful blooms from it, right? But you might have somebody who, you know, they feel a little bit, you know, cranky about this, or maybe they feel like, you know, this is something that doesn't feel fair to them for some reason, or in some way they want to trip this up. Okay, it's possible. This could also be the parts within you. Okay, the parts within you that, you know, have a tendency to maybe be too nitpicky, or not have the ability to kind of look at the bigger picture, get too mired in the details here. It's trickster medicine. It's going to be a little bit different for each of you, but your manifestation and this alignment hinges on this. So really tune in. I think you'll do fine though. Do you see that dot on the third eye there with the kunku? That is what's given when you pass a test. It means well done. Usually a teacher will put this on the third eye to acknowledge that a lesson was learned. So I do feel like you're going to do just fine with this. Something is falling away. This gets the wheel to turn. And it's interesting. It gets many wheels to turn. You know, there might have been even a group within like a soul family that have been kind of stuck. And something about this meetup that's happening is getting all of you moving in the direction you need to move in. And that may be in different directions, but there's still like a unification point within that. And you're coming into alignment with somebody very special at the end of this road. So pay attention here. There's something that's definitely being activated. You do have your ancestors guiding you to help you see through deception, to help you stay out of the ego, and yet at the same time have a healthy sense of pride. There's a difference between acting out of selfish impulses, selfish desires, or getting too like big for our britches, okay? And with having a healthy sense of pride. And I do feel like somebody's coming in here to like give you a reason to feel good about what you've achieved, what you've learned, where you are now, and ultimately where you're going. And look, it's really aligned with that lunar energy. I got grandmother moon coming in very strongly for you. There's a lot of protection here around the beauty that is going to be coming into your life. I do feel like you're going to draw in some attention with this, especially once you have this meetup. But this was meant to happen. It's synchronicity. And there's something here that's timeless. 55:33 on the clock. Wow. Yeah, this is a very necessary change to end the stronghold of an old karmic cycle. It really frees things up and it brings the proper alignment into place, okay? 8 energy coming in really strongly around this. This is a unification point, it's an activation point. We do have Raven medicine here. You could be dealing with a Libra. That also makes me think of South Node action, balancing out the South Node. We also have the Owl here. That would be Sagittarius, okay? So these energies could be coming into play. Also the House of Sagittarius, which is all about that expansion. It's about a new sort of view, a philosophical view, a reason to have a sense of optimism, okay? And to be able to see through the tricky bits, you know, be able to see through the places where maybe it gets a little dark, it gets a little murky. And there's something here about tapping into the mystery, and it's a creativity point. Do you see that with the egg, the cosmic egg? Something is born from this that has far-reaching impact. And there could be a grandmother in connection to this in terms of your ancestors that's, you know, really looking out for you and is thinking of all the dreams that she had for you and how they're just about to come into bloom. So very beautiful energy for you. I love this. And I got to bring it in again. Life path number 6 here. Butterfly clan coming in here. You could be dealing with an air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The word wants to be written. Okay. Something to that. I can't wait to see